According to a study done by McKinsey, 30% of the hours that are currently worked in the US could be automated by 2030 due to generative AI. I want to talk real quick about why and how that will impact you. Because I work with a lot of people who transition their careers, I talk with them a lot about the cost of their job. Generally, most of us think about cost as money related, but there is a cost that is not seen or as easily seen or tangible as money. This can be things like, how does your manager speak to you? How does your team treat you? What is your work-life balance like? Many people during the pandemic, myself included, got to a place where we said, hey, am I making good money? Yes, but is it worth how I'm feeling about life, about myself? No. So that was a cost that people had to weigh. I've been doing a lot of research lately on generative AI, and I want to talk about the cost of it. Outside of the monetary costs, a lot of people talk about the water it takes for the facilities and computers to run. There are so many hidden costs that I think they're tangible, but they're hidden because people don't know what they are, that they are a part of the AI process. But I want to talk about the cost beyond that, which is namely us, the people, the employees. I've been reading an article by McKinsey. It's called Generative AI and the Future of Work in America. Let me read you this one line. Sounds good, right? So generative AI has the potential to increase U.S. labor productivity by 0.5 to 0.9 percentage points annually through 2030 in a midpoint adoption scenario. What does that mean? The assumptions that they make here. If we get a midpoint adoption, so let's say half or kind of like a midpoint of people decide, yeah, we want to adopt generative AI as part of our process. So this would be companies saying midpoint adoption, yeah, okay, half of us more or less are deciding we want to do this. If that were to happen, every year from now until 2030, so the next 5 years, labor productivity would go up by under 1%. Most economists, business bros, oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, productivity, that's what we want. And I get it. I'm not getting into the conversation. I have an MBA. I used to work in corporate finance. I understand the argument. But the cost that is not being calculated or talked about is we estimate that demand for clerks could decrease by 1.6 million jobs, in addition to losses of 830,000 for retail salespersons, 710,000 for administrative assistants, 630,000 for cashiers. That's a massive cost to us. It's not a cost to the company. That doesn't impact their balance sheet. It doesn't show up in their financial records. It doesn't cost them. But the cost to us as a society, to you as an employee, is massive. I'm just here to share this information. I really want to hear what you think. So let me know in the comments. Is this good? Is this bad? What trade-offs would you make? What are some other ways you might deal with it? I love to hear ideas. I just ask that everybody please be respectful in the comments.